For the next 30 days, you're going to meditate for 30 minutes every day. And in this 30 minutes, you're going to put your palms on your chakras. I recommend the heart and the solar. And then just sit there with your eyes closed in your comfy seat and let the energy flow through your body. And you can move your palms, you can move them, but 30-day Reiki challenge, that's what's going on, okay? And it's Mr. Meyer with the fire, here to take the collective vibe higher, AKA Rick James with the big flames. It is good to see your beautiful face. Thanks for tuning in today. Fire family, we lit. Stay positive. I want to thank you guys so much for all the love on the last video. Welcome to all the new people. This is the read today, fam. I'll say a big part of this is about moving our energy. It's about unblocking the energy body and getting ourselves into a more positive, high vibration. I'm not even trying to say some woo-woo stuff. That's really what it is. In these daily meditations with the Reiki, it's going to be a big part of it. All right. I see a magician out here. I see somebody who's actively creating the life that they want to live. And this is not easy. It's hard sometimes. I see someone whose seriousness kind of gets at them too. So lightening up, being a little more positive, this is the work. Okay. But especially carving out time for you, carving out time to take care of yourself, to show yourself some love. That's why we're talking meditation today. So let's get into these cards. Let's see what the present energy is. Because I want to say, fam, like, as far as these past cards, this is yesterday's newspaper, so we don't really got to dwell too far in it. But I know you're a very smart person, a very empathic person, very psychic person, very full of love, and you've seen some disappointment. Whew. You've definitely had your fair share of lessons, I'm going to call it. Things that don't go your way. It's not always a bad thing if you're willing to learn. So I got the 9 of Cups today. You look really good. You look very happy. You look very shiny. Hey, that's a testament to the work. I think also your perspective is working out for you as well. We've got the Star card. Yeah, you're very smart. You're very self-loving and self-embracing. It's the fact that, you know, we all got our quirks. You're not afraid to show yours. You're cool being yourself. That's what makes you so dope. Doing your own thing. So we got the Queen of Swords in reverse too. And I will say you have your moments though. Sometimes that you judge yourself for what reason? Who knows? So, you know, learning to be more loving and embracing of yourself, that is a big part of this work. We got the Fool card today in the very middle of the spread. So that's the message from Spirit, is really saying that your main intention, your main focus right now should be lightening your load. I don't know what that could that could mean. A couple things. What? Bruh. It could I don't know what that means to you. And we do have a soundboard, okay? You know. So I might hit the soundboard a couple times. But we got the Page of Cups out here, family. And I will say somebody lost their innocence. This is Page of Cups in reverse because of this love journey, because of all the things they've seen with people, the darkness they've found in themselves. You know, life is so serious nowadays. Like, damn, for what? You know, like, I don't know. I'm only 26, but sometimes I feel old as fuck. And I know that the existential crises, they definitely hit for a lot of us. And the cosmic insignificance, you know, it starts begging you to crash out, man, and just don't do it. Don't do it. Just trust the process and just chill, and also just chill. Because whatever pain, whatever strife or contempt we hold for life or the world, you know, it has to be dealt with. And the only way to heal it is to feel it. So I got the 2 of Swords in reverse. I'm looking at suppressed anger. I'm just going to keep it 1,000. I don't know where this comes from, what part of life, you know, what circumstance. I'm sure it's different for everybody. Maybe there's collective dynamics that reflect what I'm saying, but it's It's pain, it's anger, it's a lack of collaboration and cohesion in relationships. It's frustrating. It's like hyper independent, kind of aggressive. And I have nothing wrong with anger. I like anger. I like my emotions. I find that they all serve a purpose, but I'm just getting the energy that somebody doesn't want to be angry all the time. That's what I'm seeing. Is somebody doesn't want to be angry all the time, so they're trying to find a way to put down this anger and like find this balance in their life where they can assert themselves and be themselves without having to really feel like they're pushing against other people or fighting just to be themselves. And sometimes I'm getting that sometimes you've received projections from people, like the weirdest projections. People will tell you that you've got too much ego or that too much bravado, but it's their insecurities, their ego that's motivating them to say it. It's like you're minding your business. You don't have anything but respect for the people around you. And then somebody wants to come at you and insinuate that you're being negative or malicious or something like that. Just like people just challenge you for being your fucking self, dude. And it kind of makes it hard for you not to be kind of standoffish. And I will say, guys, today's June 20th, and it's like summer solstice, 2025. Saturn is going into Aries. There's a lot to be said about, creating this life and asserting yourself authentically and finding sovereignty, which to me really means ruling your own kingdom. And the secret there is not ruling other people's kingdom, like having control over your life. And then you're solid, and then that kind of opens you up to be able to connect with the world more. But I will say this energy, whoever is receiving this, because I don't know what this is going to amount to, because when I look at the magician, someone's cooking. This could even be your life's work. This could be, your autonomy, your sovereignty, your control over your life. This could be your manifestation. You kind of feel called to be by yourself a little bit more nowadays as you do some of this inner work, to not be dissuaded or interrupted by the world out here. And this is a very deeply personal and integrative journey where you are asking yourself, what is it that you want to do? And listening to the call within, trusting this intuition a little bit more. Okay? And in this isolation comes integration. And the network is super important. We got Aquarius energy. The dice also say Uranus and Libra. So this to me is about social inventory. Looking at the people you collaborate with. I mean, we are all in relationship to one another, truly. But to be mindful, to be intentional in how we choose to show up in relationships, who we associate with, at what times, for what reasons. They say birds of a feather flock together. So this is what I'm seeing, is that, alignment on purpose. It's so important. And I feel that we can all coexist as a species, as people, but there's something practically useful to being around people that are going in the same direction as you. So you can accelerate each other. They say your vibe attracts your tribe. That's what this is about. It's about you being connected with your people. So let's go even deeper. These next cards on the top level, guys, these are spirit-led or they're future tense. And the first card is the Wheel of Fortune. And that says, of course, there's going to be blessings in the future. There's blessings right now. You just got to count them up. You have to be grateful for your life, truly, to receive more. 10. That's crazy. 10 of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. Change requires sacrifice. For something to be given, something has to be, released as well. For something to be gained, something has to be given. Sometimes the future is about letting go. You got the 10 and the 9. Oh my goodness. Can we get any more swords? Yeah, in the narrative, I see it very clearly, guys. With the Wheel of Fortune next to these really dark, spooky cards, the challenge for a lot of us in our life is to go back to the past and to really add positive meanings to the experiences that we've had. That is part of the healing journey, to be able to actually let that shit go. And on some level, it requires a true embrace of the pain and the suffering and the cruelty that you've experienced to really be willing to connect with it. Because we know we can't create the future if we're stuck in this past, if we're holding on to this weight that really takes our presence away from the moment and our power and our ability to manifest and show up in this world. We got the sun out here, gang. It's about the healing journey. I'm talking about the healing journey. The sun, the solar plexus, that 30-minute meditation you do every day with the Reiki healing. Talk about bearing the water, like let's push the energy down that way. So the sun out here also is reminding you that you are the creator of your life. Life is beautiful and it's a blessing, so focus on what you want. When I say you are the creator, I say this all the time, Fire Family. We're all on the same page about this, but I just have to elaborate and say that that means that you are responsible for your life and everything in it. You create every part of it, fam. All your success, but also all your mediocrity and failure. You blame nobody but yourself. You take responsibility. It's nobody's fault but yours. All right? And when you accept that level of agency and will, nothing can stop you besides yourself and time itself. If you blame other people, it's conveniently never your problem, you know? So we avoid that shit like the plague, seriously. Six of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. All you need is a plan and action, my friend. You know this. Like, hoping is not a strategy. You decide what you want, you go after it, and then that's a done deal. You choose to enjoy the process. Real progress is going to be incremental. It's going to take time. And you're just going to have to really stay in your sphere of influence. Break down your bigger goals into smaller bite-sized pieces so you can more easily digest them. Because ultimately, whatever pains you're seeing, whatever struggle you have, like, this is a very beautiful part of the journey, and it actually adds a lot of contrast that's necessary. Okay? So I'm getting a message from Spirit. It's really about focus on your healing. You know, when you really focus on letting go, you can make a space for better in your life. Like, don't fall asleep at the wheel. Stay locked in. This is the top of the reading. Page of Pentacles and then the Queen of Cups. This is very special because we got two cards on the top. So this laziness, this inertia, this lack of action is responsible for your lack of success. I'm going to keep it 1,000, fam, because I love you. I have to keep it solid and don't want you to get lost in the sauce. Two things I need you to take from this video is, number one, 30-day meditation challenge, 30-day Reiki sessions, 30-minute Reiki sessions for the 30 days. Simple. Set the timer, sit down, hands on your chakras, breathe with your eyes closed, okay? That's number one. And number two, action in a plan is all you need. Plan and action. So therefore, laziness, inertia, recalcitrance, indecision, inaction, that's the problem. So we have to be able to connect with this part of ourselves and get its compliance. There is a part of us that would rather do nothing. The entitled and lazy and weaker part of ourselves. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. We all have this energy. So when we can empathize with it, relate to it, send love and compassion to it, maybe then we can get its compliance. Okay? Magician out here. I'm gonna do one more card. I was looking for one card, but the message is clear. And we got the Nine of Pentacles out here, gang. I'm telling you, the Nine of Pentacles is also telling me that July is gonna be a beautiful month. And really, because you are the creator, if nothing changes, nothing changes. Like, you are the one. But if you lock in, if you stay focused, if you leave the bullshit alone, this summer is going to be fantastic for you. This is going to be a season of so many blessings because truly you are the only one holding you back. And that's the beautiful thing. So you're being called to go within and then get your direction on the work. Not to spin your wheels and just not know where the hell you're going. Meditation, connection brings direction. So I'm telling you guys, it's about building this habit. Like, save this video, drop a like, let me know how this goes, because we're going to report back here. I'm going to be doing this challenge with you guys. And this is going to be the basis for our spiritual foundation within our lives. A spiritual practice that happens routinely, okay? So we plant that seed. I love you guys so much, and I hope this reading helps somebody today. Because I know this transformation process is difficult. Sometimes you can feel lost in the sauce, and sometimes the loss itself is devastating. And it can feel like the universe is taking things away from you and ripping your life apart, and things are going to shit, but they really may be falling into place, okay? And I know this is a weird day and age that we're living through. And I'm looking at the Aquarius sun, and I've got all the cards out on the spread, guys, but there's so much more to take in, of course, and I don't want to talk your ear off. I want to give you substance, but excuse me, think about how far you can go within the course of a year. If you really just lock in, you know, in 365 days, we're going to go around the sun regardless of what you do. So what could you do to really define your year with growth, or define it with power, or to define it with love, or to define it with wholeness and healing? You know, so I feel like I'm harping. I need a whole orchestra for at least the month ahead. We'll be able to make a big difference in our experience with this meditation challenge. Super simple, super easy, super beautiful. But Spirit's knocking and wishing for a space in your life. So when you open it up, therefore you receive all the gifts that you're meant to be given. So I got, Fire Family. Peace be with you. It's Mr. Meyer with the fire. Out. Love you.